Planting seeds might seem like the easiest part of gardening, but, believe it or not, it's where most beginners go wrong. It's tempting to think that all you need to do is throw some seeds in the ground, water a little, and wait. But seasoned gardeners will tell you, getting seed planting wrong can set your garden back for weeks, or worse, waste the entire season. In today's video, we're going to walk through the 5 dumbest mistakes gardeners make when planting seeds, and how you can avoid them to ensure a strong, thriving garden right from the start. Mistake number 1, planting too deep or too shallow. This is probably the most common error. Every seed has an ideal planting depth, and honestly, ignoring that can seriously mess up germination. If you plant seeds too deep, especially tiny ones like lettuce or basil, they may never reach the surface before using up all their stored energy. On the other hand, if you plant large seeds like squash or beans too close to the surface, they might dry out or get eaten by birds or insects before they even sprout. The back of the seed packet is your best friend. It tells you exactly how deep to go. As a general rule, plant seeds 2 to 3 times as deep as they are wide, but always check. Mistake number 2 is overwatering or underwatering after planting. Seeds are, really delicate in their early stages. Overwatering can lead to soggy soil, which actually suffocates seeds and promotes fungal issues like damping off, a disease that, kills seedlings before they even get started. On the flip side, letting the soil dry out after planting is just as bad. Seeds need consistent moisture to germinate properly. So, a good method is to gently water with a fine spray or mist, just to keep the soil evenly damp, but not soaked. And, using a humidity dome, or even just a piece of plastic wrap over your seed trays, can really help retain moisture until those little sprouts appear. Mistake number 3, using poor quality soil or the wrong medium. It might be tempting to just scoop some dirt from your backyard, but poor soil is honestly one of the main reasons seeds don't thrive. Compacted or heavy clay soil can actually choke roots, and soil that lacks nutrients just won't feed your young plants. So to get started, use a high-quality seed starting mix. It's light, well-draining and sterile, which really helps prevent diseases. And if you're sowing seeds directly into your garden beds, just make sure to loosen the soil first and amend it with compost. That'll improve both the structure and nutrition of your soil. Healthy soil leads to healthy plants. It's honestly that simple. Mistake number 4, skipping labeling. You might think you'll remember what you planted where, but trust me, you won't, especially when the seedlings all look nearly identical in their early stages. Skipping labels is a small mistake with big consequences, especially if you're planting different varieties of the same crop. Use popsicle sticks, plant tags, or even old spoons. Just write it down. Later in the season, you'll thank yourself when you're spacing, pruning, or harvesting the right plant at the right time. Mistake number 5, planting at the wrong time. Timing is everything in gardening. If you plant too early, your seeds might rot in cold, wet soil or even fall victim to a surprise frost. On the other hand, if you plant too late, your crops may not have time to mature before the weather turns. So, getting the timing right is absolutely key. Every seed has an ideal planting window based on your local climate and frost dates. Check your USDA growing zone and use a planting calendar. For example, warm season crops like tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers really hate cold soil, so if you plant them before the ground warms up, they'll just sit there, stunted or dying. Pay attention to soil temperatures and daylight hours. It honestly makes all the difference. By being mindful of these 5 common mistakes, planting at the wrong depth, watering inconsistently, using poor soil, skipping labels, and ignoring timing, you set yourself up for a much more successful season. The good news: these errors are all fixable with just a little awareness and a few good habits. Gardening is always a learning process, and even seasoned growers occasionally slip up. But with each season comes new experience, and avoiding these common mistakes puts you ahead of the game. Remember, nature wants to grow. Your job is simply to make the path easier. So next time you plant a seed, think twice, plant smart, and watch your garden thrive.